Hi, and welcome to the webinar, Zero Trust Security, Stopping Cyber Attacks on Industrial Control Systems. I'm Harry Ostafi, VP of Marketing for Veritify Security. Veritify Security provides cybersecurity for automation control systems and operational technology with a solution that stops cyber attacks before they can happen. As you know, the scale and scope of cyber attacks on industrial control systems have been increasing, and this is despite the increased implementation of processes and tools to make systems more resilient and cyber secure. The results of these attacks impact safety and production, with disruption lasting hours to days, as well as resulting financial risk and liability. Today's OT cybersecurity solutions have derived from network-based solutions that started in the IT world, but what is standard practice in the IT space can't be used in the OT space. There are a number of solutions on the market that provide device visibility, network and traffic monitoring, and then remediation based on identified intrusions. These are reactive solutions. Various reports estimate the average dwell time, which is the time from intrusion to detection, has been declining. However, depending on the scenario and the report, these estimates range from days to weeks to months. So reacting after an intrusion, which could be days, weeks, or months, is not getting to the core problem. Existing solutions for visibility and monitoring do not stop attacks from occurring. Underlying these tools is an attempt to use standards, guidelines, and frameworks from various organizations and agencies. There are multiple standards, guidelines, and frameworks that can be used to drive a robust cybersecurity program. Develop your cybersecurity posture, and then measure progress for maturity. Some of the key items you may be familiar with are shown here as a reference: NIST, ISA, ISO, and MITRE. While applying these methods are useful and part of a layered approach or defense in depth, this also leads to complexity and a significant effort to implement a strong cybersecurity program. As it relates to compliance and certification, how do you really know if there is compliance? And certification is not available for all methods. And since these methods are network focused, this results in a gap for real-time protection for individual devices. This leads us to Zero Trust as the way to provide proactive protection for individual endpoints. Zero Trust is a security framework in which all users and devices must be authenticated to the applications, data, and devices to which they interface, and this must be done continuously. Zero Trust can broadly span across multiple elements, including identity, endpoints, data, applications, infrastructure, and networks. Since Zero Trust is a proactive approach to security, it can prevent or stop damage from attempted cyber attacks. Dome is Veritify's answer to provide a real-time device-level security solution for industrial control systems and OT devices. Dome provides cybersecurity for devices at the edge of the OT network and is based on Veritify's long heritage of providing security for IoT and IIoT devices. Dome was developed in particular partnership with some of our key partners, Intel, AWS, and Advantech. Dome provides device-level protection as opposed to network-level protection using a NIST-compliant Zero Trust framework where all devices are mutually authenticated. Dome manages connections between devices, encrypts and protects all traffic and data between devices, manages the security certificates and renewal, and monitors for communication from unauthorized devices and sends alerts when they occur. Combining all these things together makes Dome an easy-to-implement solution for existing ICS/OT devices that stop cyber attacks. On this slide, we have a very simple diagram of an unprotected industrial OT network that can be using one or more industrial IP and field bus protocols. If you were to put a packet sniffer on the network, such as Wireshark, which is what we're showing here, you would see the traffic between devices, including the type of messages and their data, because they are unprotected and visible to any device on the network. Dome is a series of software tools that we license to our partners. Using Dome, a secure enclave is created to protect devices so that only authenticated devices can communicate with each other, and the message data between devices is encrypted. Dome can easily be embedded in new devices by OEMs so that additional hardware is not needed. But for existing devices, protection is provided by this Dome Sentry security appliance, which uses the exact same software that can be embedded into an OEM device. A key item to point out is that using Dome does not require any changes to the network topology or the creation, use, and management of additional IP addresses. A Dome Sentry will assume the IP address of the device it's protecting and provide easy and seamless deployment. Going a little deeper on the Dome Sentry is a standalone device that provides protection for existing OT devices. It uses a zero trust framework where all devices must be authenticated. It encrypts all traffic between devices. Network and security configuration is automated, and it supports various control capabilities for port blocking and peer device whitelisting. Dome also provides detailed logging for traffic analytics and reporting on attempted attacks. Going back to a Wireshark screen, this is an example of what is seen after Dome is implemented. An intruder is not going to learn anything about traffic between devices. Unlike other solutions that only monitor for intrusions, Dome provides real-time protection to stop cyber attacks. In this example here, we're showing an unauthenticated device that is trying to communicate to a Dome device, and the initial communication and ongoing retries are continuously blocked by Dome, which would then send an alert up to the cloud platform. There are three main components to the Dome platform. The first is the Dome dashboard, which provides analytics and security alerts, as well as a daily status email about the status of the overall system. Next, we have the Dome Interface Appliance, or the DIA. The DIA manages the cloud connection from the site to the Dome dashboard and provides local device management for the Dome Sentry devices, as well as automates credential management and renewals, and is also the point of data capture and data log capture from the Dome Sentry devices. And on the right, we have the Dome Sentry, which is a standalone security appliance that implements a NIST Zero Trust framework to stop cyber attacks. The Dome Sentry software provides for zero trust onboarding and is fully configured in under 60 seconds. The Dome Sentry can provide protection in a one-to-one or one-to-many format, depending on the network topology. So to summarize the benefits of Dome, Dome stops cyber attacks by providing real-time protection to the edge. Dome is a fully packaged cybersecurity solution that eliminates or reduces the need for IT and cybersecurity resources, and the device is fully install and configure in under 60 seconds. Dome works with new and existing devices and provides protection and encryption between devices. And Dome supports commonly used IP or industrial IP network protocols. We are sensitive to compliance with standards. This slide is an eye chart, and I'm not going to go into any detail, but it's here as an example of compliance with the risk management framework, in this case for NIST 800-53. Many of you may be familiar with the Purdue model, which is a way of showing hierarchy of devices and function in an industrial control system. As it relates to applying Dome to the Purdue model, Dome can support implementation for all three levels in the control zone. So to summarize, existing ICS and OT solutions are network-based. many of which are coming from the IT space, providing capabilities such as asset inventory, network monitoring, and remediation. These are useful capabilities, but they are reactive and are not stopping cyber attacks. There are also multiple standards, guidelines, and frameworks that are available from various organizations and agencies. And these are also very helpful and useful for creating a robust cybersecurity program and measuring maturity against various frameworks. However, all these multiple options do provide complexity to implementation. And the last point is implementing zero trust at the device level provides real-time, proactive security and stops cyber attacks from impacting edge devices. Thank you for attending this webinar. Please contact us at Veritify if you would like to learn more or discuss potential applications. Thanks again.